Hi everyone. This is going to be a general reading for anyone needing it. All of my readings are timeless at this point, so you can watch this whenever you're feeling called to, or feel free to select one of my other readings and watch that instead. Let's see what messages Spirit has for you guys today. Ooh. First one to come out. Don't compare your life to others. Your journey is your own. It's a good reminder that I feel like a lot of people are needing right now. There's always people needing that though, right? I mean, we tend to, especially now, so many of us look to social media to see how other people are doing, and we really try to rate ourselves and how we're doing in life based on what we see others doing, and there's this real comparativeness that happens. And so this is really just calling for you to just remember that the only person you're really trying to compete with is just who you were yesterday, who you were a year ago. Really that's the only competition in life that's worthy of your energy and effort. It's just trying to be the best version of yourself on any given day with what you currently have, and just always trying to strive for the best version of yourself. And just remember that, whatever you see of another person, I'm feeling that this is coming up because it's specifically pertaining to someone who is comparing themselves to what they're seeing on social media, or even like let's say it's someone that you graduated with and they're much further career-wise, or it's someone who has a much more fulfilling family life or something like that. Just remember that we never really know what goes on behind the scenes with someone. You're never really fully aware of each person's journey and the steps it took to get to where they're at. And also, things that you see depicted or what people try to present, that is most often not the reality of what goes on in someone's day-to-day life and their interpersonal affairs. So just remember that when you're seeing those things, try not to get too caught up in it. I like to think of social media and things like that, just look at it as it's like entertainment. It's almost like television. Just treat it like it's you're just watching someone in a role. It's not always real life, and the people that I think are most enjoying life are just out enjoying life. They're not talking about it, they're not posting about it, they're actually doing it and living life, and you are meant to be one of those people as well. This next one kind of just slid out of the deck while I was holding them, so I'm going to take it as well. Something from your past will resurface. It is okay to revisit. Well, I wonder what that could be. You guys know every time it's something from the past, it's like, it's usually, it's usually a romantic connection. Yeah, I do feel like this is a romantic connection. For some of you, though, it could be a friend from the past. Perhaps you had a falling out or a disagreement. It ended, but if it should happen to come up, you hear from this person, just know that it's safe to revisit it, because I'm hearing that not only is this person in a different place, but you're in a much different place now too. And also, if it was someone romantic from the past, I do feel like that the reason they're reaching out, it might just be because they are simply missing your energy, missing the connection. Maybe you've popped in their head randomly. I don't necessarily feel that it will transpire into something romantic again, but I do see a friendship developing. So if you should happen to hear from someone, just keep that in mind, that the way that it was before is not the way that it will be now, because both of you are very different now, but also the intentions are different. I feel like on this person's side, whoever's going to be reaching out, I do feel like their intentions are general. They're reaching out because they genuinely just missed the connection and would like to catch up, see how you're doing, reconnect in some capacity. So that's exciting. Okay, let's see what else, Spirit. Okay. Next card. Following your heart will lead you to the right things. This is so important, and this is something I've been working with lately as well. Just trying to live more from my heart, to take action more from my heart center. And the way that you can really begin working on doing that is when you have time to be conscious about decisions, or when you're sitting thinking or contemplating about something, or prior to meditation. anything that is in your mind, I've been working on like transferring things from my mind to my heart. So feeling from my heart what it is that I would like to do or what I would like to see. And when you do that, you know, you're really coming from a place of real, true, genuine, deep connection. And love is the highest frequency. It's everything. We are pure love, light consciousness. And when you do that, you'll find that you can arrive to solutions easier with any difficulties or problems that you're needing to solve. It can also soften any tensions that you're having when it comes to interpersonal relationships. Let's say you're having a little bit of conflict with your partner, your person. You know, thinking about how you're going to resolve it or how you'd like to broach the situation or bring up the conversation, thinking from your heart. And, you know, it's interesting because there's this thing called heart mapping or heart math, I think it is. And so, you know, it's already been clinically proven that our heart contains cells that are similar to the thought cells of the brain. That is so amazing when you think about that. And it's interesting, I had watched a documentary on this before, and there are actually, civilizations in the past that actually revered the primary thought organ of the body as being the heart and not the brain. So when you think of it that way, it's like, you know, we really might have things backwards here, and we most likely do. But you're just really here being called to start living more from your heart, following your heart. Your heart will always lead you to the right things. You'll notice there's a lot less conflict as well when you're thinking from the heart, when you're feeling from your heart, making decisions from your heart. And the way to do that is to focus on what you're feeling. Put the thought literally, if you can, this is something that I've done with myself and others as well. So you'll imagine whatever the thought is or what it is that you're needing to work on. And I will just tilt your head down and imagine this thought falling into your hands. And just hold it in your hands. And it's probably something very heavy because it's usually, you know, when it's a thought that's really burdening and plaguing us, it's usually something pretty weighted, right? So imagine the weight of it in your hands and what it feels like. And then physically take your hands and pull them into your chest and put that thought right into the body. And imagine your heart just absorbing that, the question, the thought, the experience, whatever it may be. And you'll start to really feel a difference in how you're perceiving whatever it is that you are choosing to do this exercise with. But if you guys do that exercise, I'm curious to see what does come up for you, because the first few times I tried doing this with myself, it was quite challenging. And, you know, it didn't happen for a while. And I had to be really disciplined about being consistent to trying it again and again until I was able to actually do it. But it is something that can really be beneficial to you and lead to more ease in life. Oh, cards are really coming out quick today. Change your perspective of the people that are around you and keep an open mind. So for some of us, I feel like this is, it's natural to judge, right? You know, that's something that can naturally happen. It's human nature, though we probably strive not to. You're just being called to see things from a different perspective, see the people around you from a different perspective, keep an open mind. But specifically, I am feeling like someone here has come to you about something. They've come to you about something that I feel like you're perceiving as being shocking. You're like, oh my God, I did not know this. I had no clue. I feel like you really caught me off guard. I'm absolutely shocked. And your initial response, I feel like, was to be really judgmental, because it's very different from what you think or how you thought this person thinks or how you thought this person is. But just keep an open mind. Take some time with this. And actually, whatever this is, you'll know, I mean, if this pertains to you, you're going to know exactly what this is referring to. Take this out of your mind and do the heart exercise that I just mentioned. Do that with this. Put it into the heart so you can get a real, actual, a logical, real, loving, compassionate perspective on what's going on and what's coming from this person. Okay, Spirit, what other messages do you have for us? next one. Learn new things that will keep you in the future, or it will help you in the future. It's interesting, I said it will keep you in the future. Learn new things that will help you in the future. But keep you in the future, I feel like that was a misspeak, but it's coming up, that's a spirit misspeak. So it's coming in from them that it will keep you in the future. I feel like some of you are really stuck on the past. So if this is you, learning new things that will help you in the future, but it will also help keep you in the future, to keep you out of your past, to keep you excited about the future, looking to the future. Joe Dispenza talks about this a lot. I was just watching another, like, he does these podcasts and these different talks and things, and he was just talking about how, you know, the body can radically change when you become more excited for your future than you are, more excited and focused on your future than you are on your past. But definitely learning new things. So this card definitely, you know, learn something new because it will be beneficial to you in the future. But intuitively, and what's coming through from spirit is that learning new things is going to help you, help keep you in the mindset of the future right now, which you're really being called to do. And then on the timestamp on the video here, we were just at 11:11. So for 11 minutes, 11 seconds, if that resonates with some of you guys. But new things, newness, one represents new starts, fresh starts, cycle of newness. So you're definitely being called to implement some new things here so that you can get out of your, I feel like I'm feeling like you've been stuck in a cycle. There's a cycle of being sad about the past, fearful of the future, sad about the past, fearful of the future, sad about the past, fearful of the future. Just this really, really vicious cycle. And if you're experiencing that, I know what that's like. I know it's such a terrible, terrible place to be. And I myself was even in that for a long time in my life. But it will definitely benefit you to be learning something new and something new that you're committed to learning. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a class, but I am feeling like I'm hearing that it needs to be something that you are actually like signed up for. So whether it's something you have to pay for and sign up for, or if it's something that you actually have to sign up for so many weeks of checking in, whether it's a Zoom class or a physical in-person meetup or at a classroom that you actually go to, learn something new, something that's going to help you to commit. So make sure it's something you've got to sign up for so that you'll follow through. And when you do that, it becomes then very easy to get out of the past and look to the future. You'll be very excited about, but you're needing something to look forward to here. That's coming through so loud and clear. You need to have things to look forward to in life so that you're excited about it again. Next come out, let go. I mean, really let go. There's something better on the horizon. This is just going back as well to the past. You've got to let go of the past. You're holding on so tightly to the past that your hands are not free to grip what it is that you're really, really needing and probably wanting for in life. You think about it, you only have so much bandwidth for what you can hold on to, what you can grab onto, what you can work on, what you can be working toward. And it's like your future's right there, but you can't grab onto it till you're willing to let go of the past and release it. Do whatever it takes for you to release this. Make peace with your past. Write a letter to your past. Write a creative short story about your past, how you would have liked to seen it go, how you would have, anything that brings you peace. It basically is coming through. Writing is coming up, that will be of benefit to some of you, to just write a different story, maybe write a letter to someone if you're needing to, burn it if you need to, do whatever you need to do to release this back. There's a letting go that needs to happen. And this is in regards to, I'm feeling it's coming, and there's so much guilt, personal guilt. This is like self-regret, not anger necessarily with another person. I'm feeling a lot of frustration towards self, a lot of regret, a lot of I coulda, shoulda, woulda. So make peace with this. That is what it is. It is what it is. What happened has happened. Another thing you can do with that, whatever it is that you're holding on to from the past, bring that from the head to the heart as well. Do the heart exercise with that. because these are matters of the heart, the things that really, really hurt us, the things that really linger, the things that really stick with us after years. They're usually things that are, they're deep emotional wounds, right? And those emotional wounds and those pains, they're really seated and housed in the heart. So if you're trying to figure it out, you know, cognitively, analytically from the mind, you're not going to get to a place of peace and resolve. You need to bring this back to the heart. Okay, let's see what else we have. I have some coffee. It's late, but I'm having coffee. You know, I have to say too, it's interesting because there was a card. I always like to pull just a random card. I'll use cards for bookmarks and things each day. And the card I had today was Be Yourself. The situation calls for you to be your authentic self, which is the basis for your personal power. I don't know why I'm feeling this is going to resonate with someone, because normally this is just like a little, I'll utilize this one card for my own like little personal reading for the day, but there's someone that's needing to see this. I'm feeling like whoever's needing to see this, I feel like you're surrounded by people that it feels like cliquey, or it feels like a group. It feels like everybody is emulating the same thing or embodying the same thing. I don't know who this is for, but you need to be yourself. That's really where you're going to shine. Yeah, this is like I'm feeling like there's pressure that's kicking in. I don't know if this is this feels like someone in I'm almost getting like Stepford Wife. I don't know why that just popped in my head. So it must be a thing. If it's you, it's you. You'll know. I'm getting like Stepford Wife vibes. Like you're just feeling like you need to conform. You need to act a certain way. This is how all the other wives are acting. This is what all the other soccer moms are doing. This is what all the other, you know, cliquey little cookie cutter cul-de-sac Wisteria Lane wives are doing. I don't know. That's so specific. So that's got to be pertaining to someone, and this might not pertain to any other part of the. I don't know. Somebody's definitely needing to break out of something here. If this is you, let me know. Whenever you watch, whenever this is, I don't care if it's a year from now, 2 years from now. If I'm still on YouTube, I want to know if this is you. What's going on? I'm very curious, because I literally just saw like a bunch of you know Stepford wives standing together, and you like ripped off these the pearl necklace, right? Like a pearl necklace, and you just ripped it off, and you're like put your hands through your curled hair to kind of frazzle yourself and just look unkempt, because you're just wanting to scream and resist this conformity which is happening. And it feels like such strong pressure. Like even in my body right now, it's like, oh my God, I can barely breathe. It's like so prim and proper, and you feel like you're just so being dissected and analyzed and just really critiqued and watched. I don't know, it's like there's eyes on you, but I'm feeling like there are not. Yes, there's eyes on you. I get that. I'm feeling that pressure too. But yeah, you definitely need to be yourself. You need to change this. This has to change. But I feel like you're changing it anyway. That's why you're needing to see this. Whoever this is, you're needing that validation. You're coming out. You're gonna be yourself anyway. But you're just needing that little extra bit of support. So I don't know what this is. This might not be like literally, you know, you're one of those like soccer mom types, and no offense if you are. If that's your thing, cool. If you're okay with it, it's fine. It's totally fine. But if you're doing this out of pressure, if this is you, just let me know. But yeah, you're just really, really feeling called to be yourself. That's where you're really gonna shine. And you'll be surprised, especially when you're in groups of people where, you know, there's one person who's the trailblazer, and then other people start to kind of like, oh my God, I just saw someone be themselves a little bit. Maybe I can be myself a little bit. You know, it changes the whole dynamic of the group, you know, be that trailblazer, pave the way. But I do feel like you're going to do that anyway, because it's actually at this point, it's making you physically sick. I'm feeling like physically sick right now. Like I'm going to be sick, because I'm so nervous about this. I feel like you're really nervous about presenting as yourself, and what are they going to think and what are they going to say. So this could be, this could be a social circle, this could be people at work, this could be family for someone. And what you're feeling like is so drastic. Like you feel like, oh my God, I'm going to rock the house. It's going to bring, it's going to bring things down. It's not. That's in your mind. That's not actually happened. That's not how it's going to be. I think you'll be surprised. I think the hardest part of this is just making the decision and following through with it. But you'll see that others are very receptive. And I do feel like you are going to be very well received. And also, I was just pulled back to this card again as well, changing the perspective of the people around you and keep an open mind. I feel like some of this, you're thinking they're judging you, but you're actually projecting that. You're projecting your own judgment onto them. You're not going to be judged as harshly as you're perceiving, is what I'm hearing. So, okay. That was very specific. Thank you. Oh, okay. Next one to come up. Do not give up because something did not work out right away. So you're just being called, and you'll know which arena of your life this is pertaining to. But if there's something that you've embarked upon or something you've given a go, I don't care how many times you've done it, you're passionate about this. I can feel that so strongly. So if it didn't work out, and you're like just jumping off, you're just trying a little bit, or you've just maybe initialized a few times, listen, sometimes the journey there is the most exciting. You'll look back and be like, gosh, I'm glad it took a little longer, or I so appreciate that this dream is realized now because there were some struggles and some turbulence along the way. You've got to persevere. You've got to keep going. Like, just keep going. Like, look at the Wright brothers. Look at Edison with the light bulb. Like, do you know how many times? It was like hundreds and hundreds of times. And if something doesn't work out, just look at it as, okay, I found a way it doesn't work. Each way that it doesn't work, you get closer to the way that it does work. But also, you're being called here. Because I just literally saw, I don't know, Spirit shows me the weirdest things, you guys. And if you're a channeler, you channel too, let me know, like something weird Spirit sent you. They send me the weirdest messages, but I literally just saw a telephone coming, like, from the sky, like from an angel. And like the cord dropped down. They're like, ring, ring, like, hello, call us, ask us for help. It's a lifeline is what they're showing me. We're your lifeline. So ask us for help. Like, if you're struggling and you don't know what your next step is, ask them for direction, guidance, assistance. Ask them to bring you a clean, clear, crisp message that you can easily understand. And what I'll do as well is I always ask them, if it's something I'm really needing help with, if I really need the assistance in a hurry, I'll ask them to flood me with messages. I'm like, send me the message as many times as it takes for me to get it. Or you can set up your own, let's say you have an idea of what your next step is of how to proceed. Say, if I'm meant to do this, please, like, show me, I don't know, show me a ram. I don't know why that's coming in. That's a weird thing, but show me the picture of a ram or something. Let me see the ram. And then it may be, you see something spontaneously while you're out, or something will happen. Someone will mention the word. So set up your own language with the divine. Set up your own language with Spirit, your own communication, right? This is like, they communicate with energy, but they can manipulate, circumstances, images, and things. They can work with energy, basically, right? So you can set up a language for them. You can ask them, or you can let them pick the language. But this is almost like when, you're reading a map or something, you see the little key or the little legend, and it's got little symbols and what each of them mean. You can pick that. You can let them pick, or you can pick. So you do have choices here. Okay, Spirit, what else do you have for us? Okay, next one to come out. The end of a tough cycle is finally approaching. This one just came out the other day too. I feel like a lot of us are going through tough cycles, or coming out of tough cycles as well. If you are an Aquarius, I'm not huge into the astrology of this, guys. I do read the cards. I tell a story with the cards, but I'm channeling. I read the energy. I'm not specific into certain signs. But if you are an Aquarian and you are watching, know that this is real. You're really coming out of this tough time, and I've been in it with you. Like, we've been in this for like a decade now. It's like, when when will the suffering end, right? But you're ready. You're coming out of it. It's not a farce. It's actually like really the end is nigh, and it's actually here. And for a lot of us, we're already feeling past it. You know, we are coming into the age of Aquarius. I just heard that song, The Dawning of the Age of Aquarius, and I've been listening to that almost every day just to get me pumped up for life. But just know that tough cycle it's approaching, it's here. And I know I mentioned this in another video as well, but it's so, it's worth saying again. You know, sometimes when we're stuck in a cycle of pain, whether it be emotional or body, we just get so focused on an ending, and focusing on that, it really can perpetuate it. And the way that you're going to get out of that is to, again, learning new things. That learning new things, I know this card says it will help you in the future, but I heard very loud and clear, it will keep you in the future. Get excited about the newness of what is to come. You know, when you visualize your future, what does that look like? You know, engage as many senses as you can when you're visualizing in that way. And the more you do that and take action toward that, you know, slowly but surely, whatever pains you're facing, they will dissipate. And before you know it, you'll look back and be like, oh my gosh, I don't even have that anymore. Or I can't remember the last time I felt that way. That's so amazing. That's how it happens. It's so subtle. Okay. Let's see what else. What other messages do you have? That one fell on my lap. Believe in yourself and your ability to carry out your dream. So just know that you've got it. Listen, if you're here, you've got a pulse, you have everything that you need to carry out whatever your dream is. And your dream, that's what you're here for. You know, I just heard someone like, what am I here for? What am I supposed to be doing? What's my purpose? Your purpose is to be here for you. Your purpose is to enjoy life. Your purpose is to get what you want out of life. You were born for you and you alone. You were born to find out what you want, what you need, what you like, what experiences you want to have. And I don't know why, when I see this, I don't know who this is, but if this is you, someone's telling you like, this is materialistic dream, or you shouldn't want for that dream. You know, it's interesting because I've struggled with that myself. I used to think, gosh, like I don't want to indulge in material things, or like want for experiences, that's greedy or whatever. But it's, Spirit always said to me over and over and over again years ago, I will never forget, because this was when I really started to like try to enjoy life and not feel regretful about it. They're like, what do you think you're here for? Material experiences, material things, those are things we can only experience here on planet Earth, in this experience, in this body, right? So the pleasures of the body, you know, that includes interactions with other people, that includes sexual interactions, that includes, you know, enjoying the foods, enjoying experiences, enjoying material things. There are things we can only experience here. We came here to experience it. You did not come all the way here. We did not beg on the other side to get in line, right, to the amusement park that is Earth, just so we could show up and pass on everything that we can only do when we're here. It'd be like waiting in line at Disney World just to get in the doors and just, you know, watch everybody else have a good time and enjoy themselves. That's not what we're here for. We are here to fully like treat this like, you know, you have the lifetime wristband. You want to ride all the rides. You want to taste all the things. We came here for experience. You want to get everything you can out of this experience. Do as much as you can. If you think it, if you want for it, it's okay. You're not a bad person. It's not a bad thing to want to experience things that we came here to get to experience. So I don't know who needed to hear that, but I hope that resonated. I hope that makes sense to you. Okay, next card, Spirit, let's see. Spirit, give us something else. You will be surrounded by people with different agendas. It may scare you away, but fight it. You've got this. So this is definitely pertaining to someone I'm feeling like, I don't know, this is someone, maybe this is you. I don't know. Maybe you have a lot of followers. You have a lot of people around you. Perhaps you might have come into some money. I am seeing that. Like a lot of money, like a large sum of money. Just be careful. But I feel like you already are really perceptive. You already know that people don't always have good tendencies. You're really keen to that. But if this is for some of you that you're getting into something that's generating a lot of income for you, and you're nervous about the intentions of those who are being drawn to you as a result of this gift or whatever it is you're doing that's bringing in this income, don't let that scare you. Know that you're perceptive. Your senses are spot on. You have a keen sense for, this doesn't feel right. I don't want to proceed. That person doesn't feel good. I can't have them around me. Your senses are good here. So don't let that scare you away. Or if someone's telling you that, you know, there are a lot of, I'm hearing like there's a lot of vultures. There's a lot of vultures in that career. I don't know if you're wanting to get into something, maybe it's social media, maybe it's acting or modeling. I don't know. There's something that you're wanting to do that you're being, you know, you're being warned by the people around you, and it's kind of scaring you. Don't let it scare you. Your senses are good. And ask Spirit to guide you, direct you. They will always let you know. If you get an instinct or intuition, a sense about someone, it doesn't feel good, it's usually not. You can trust that. You can trust yourself. You can trust what comes to you. Okay, Spirit. Ooh. I had a couple come out that time. I'm just going to take one. Don't take action when there's a feeling of resistance. It's basically just going hand in hand with what we just said here. So if something's not feeling good, it's going to be a pause. Not necessarily a no, but definitely a pause for now so you can reassess and get grounded. It's going back to this as well. Don't give up because something didn't work out right away. Something or someone, if you make a connection in this industry or in this place where you have a new endeavor or whatever this is, if it doesn't work out right away, don't let that deter you. Don't let that scare you. That's just one bad apple, one bad interaction, one bad person. You know, for every negative interaction you have, or for every person that's not going to be a good fit or be a good mentor or a person to work with on this path of yours, you have to imagine there are 5 people that'll be phenomenal, and it'll be a good connection, a good interaction, and it'll be divine. And say that to yourself so that you don't get deterred. Okay, that's kind of a long reading, but I'm gonna pull some more. Let's see what else. Okay, Spirit, what else do you have for us? Oh. Patience, please. What you're asking for is coming about. Have patience. There are unseen factors that need to occur first. So this is just letting you know there are things going on behind the scenes. Those other things that are needing to occur first. The other factors, things have to get in place. Things have to get lined up. You're probably knowing specifically what those things are. But for a lot of you, or someone specifically, I am feeling like there are things going on behind the scenes that you aren't aware of. So if you're like, I want this to happen now, why isn't this taking off now? Well, there are precursory things that need to be in place before, you know, this jump off of yours happens, or, you know, you get to that place where, you know, it's the dream fully realized, exactly what you're wanting it to be and look like. There are things that I'm feeling like there's movement energetically. There are things that have to happen energetically and fall into place. So there needs to be some time for that. For others of you, the patience is pertaining to this end cycle, the tough cycle, the new things. The patience also is pertaining to the patience with yourself. If you're getting down on yourself because you are feeling like, again, you're comparing yourself to others, or you're just not feeling like you're where you want to be, you're not putting in enough effort, you're not, you know, I'm just hearing someone who's really, really self-critical, really self-deprecating. Be really patient and compassionate and loving with yourself. Again, take the experience, take yourself, what's going on with self, get it out of the head, bring it back to the heart, do that heart exercise with it. You really need, there's a call here to be nurturing and loving and compassionate of yourself. My goodness, like whoever this is pertaining to, it's like you don't even need life to teach you lessons. You're just kicking yourself around. It's like you're really, really giving a go at yourself. And that is not what it takes to compel you to action. that actually will put you in a place of stagnancy. That will create an inertia, because you'll just be feeling so depleted of any self-confidence or self-worthiness. Okay, this card just jumped out. So be patient with yourself, be loving of yourself. Winter. The answers to your prayers and affirmations are fully realized in the winter months. So for some of you, this big thing that you're wanting for or waiting for, when will it happen? When is it going to come to fruition? Winter time. Be patient. Do your thing. Be diligent. Be consistent. Be yourself. Keep learning. Keep working on this. You don't need to give up. You need to continue to believe. This dream or this whatever this is, you're like, I've been putting in so much work. Winter time, this will be realized. In the meantime, just keep doing what you're doing and let go of the end result, let go of the outcome. If you hold on too tightly to it, sometimes it's like you'll ruin it, because you can't have, I feel like this can happen for you, but whoever this is, you're like wanting to figure out all the details. You want all the details to be exactly the way. But in doing that, it's not always going to manifest. Things won't always manifest that way for your highest good. Something can come out exactly as you manifested and visualized, but the details are not always what you think you want. So I would say leave the details to the divine. Just said this. Leave the details to the divine. You figure out the what, they'll figure out how it's going to happen. Oh, this is weird. I was not really shuffling here, but this just fell out, so I'll take it. Perfect timing. This is the right time for you to move forward. So those of you contemplating a change, contemplating doing something new, contemplating change of relationship, change of home, change of career, change of aesthetic. Again, this is going back to the Stepford wife thing. I don't know that. I can't wait to hear who that is pertaining to. But yeah, this is the timing is perfect. The timing is divine. Okay. I am just going to pull one more, and then we'll be done here. Spirit, what last message do you have for us? What message do you have for us today? Okay. One flew right into the pile. Money. A solution is possible. Well, don't we love seeing that? So for those of you struggling financially, whatever's going on, just know that there is a solution possible. If you're not sure what that solution is or what step to take, don't take action if you feel any resistance. Ask the divine for help. Let the divine figure out the details. Money's an energy, and you can work with money just like anything else. It's easy to create. It's easy to manifest. Of course, it's something we struggle with. We're meant to. So it's one of the things we come here to understand, to get. But if you're having issues with money, you have to know that stems back to the value you place in self. Do you feel worthy? Do you feel valuable? If you don't, you most likely struggle with money. You most likely have financial strife. You most likely have really turbulent finances. And I know you're not going to want to hear this, but if you want to generate and create abundance in your life and an income that is going to be fruitful and really take care of you and provide the life you want, you have to first believe you're even worthy of it. If you're out here wanting for money when you don't even feel worthy of the experiences that you're wanting, that you'll need money for, how can you see how inconsistent that is? That gets very confusing to the universe. Very confusing. They're like, well, wait a minute. You said you wanted money, but you don't really value yourself. And we know even if you got it, well, what's going to happen is you probably do nothing with it, or you'll do it, you'll not enjoy it because you don't really feel valuable. You don't really feel worthy. Your greatest wealth is within. Yeah, I don't know why there's A lot coming to me with that. But you definitely need to outsource with this. Give it to the divine. I'm seeing someone who's like, I'm at a dead end. I don't know what to do here. I've got no options. There are always options. Ask the divine. They'll present the options to you. Ask them for direction. Ask for clear messages that you can easily understand. Ask them for direction, guidance. Also, you have to change how you believe money can come to you. You have to change how you perceive money. It's interesting because the universe understands how we want to receive money based on how we look at money, how we look at selves. If you're wanting to, let's say you want to amass a large amount of money, this isn't a huge amount, but let's say you're needing to manifest $2,000. If you're the type of person who, when you're walking on the sidewalk and you see a dime and don't pick it up, the universe reads that energy. You're going against what you're wanting to create for yourself. If you don't see the value in 10 cents, money's money. If you're walking away from 10 cents, you're saying, I'm shut down to that. I don't need money. I'm seeing money and I'm turning it down. It's interesting because, the only thing that will keep you from like creating $1 million over $1 is your belief that $1 million is that much greater than $1. So treat whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, whatever it is you're needing to call in, treat it like it's $50. Get into the same emotion as if you needed to create $50. But you have to be open to abundance in all of its forms. If someone's wanting to give something to you, are you turning that away? That's interesting. But know that there definitely is a solution possible. If this is you struggling with the money, let go of how it will happen. Just know that it will need to happen. Ask the divine. You focus on what, let them figure out how, and that's how they'll bring it to you. Okay. It got a little heavy at the end. I can feel that stress, whoever is dealing with the financial issue. But just tell yourself, money's easy. Money's easy. I know that I'm worthy. I know that I'm valuable. If you don't write these things down, write out positive affirmations, read them aloud daily. As you stand in front of a mirror looking at yourself, you've got to believe that you're worthy of the things that you're wanting to create, or they can't possibly come to you. And even if they do, guys, they'll be so short-lived, it'll be fleeting. Okay, that's what I have for you guys today. I hope some of this did happen to resonate. If it does, I'd really appreciate if you want to give me some feedback, leave a comment, like the video if you enjoyed this. Wherever you guys should be tuning in from, whenever you should be tuning in, just know that I really appreciate you, and I'm so grateful that you were brought here, and if you got something from it, I really hope it is of benefit to you, and I will see you guys in the next reading.